But Brandon, let's move on into our final, how we end the podcast each and every week. And I say this for both the Onside Kick and the Primetime Podcast. If you're on Blog Talk Radio, you're ending the podcast. If you're on YouTube, hey guys, it's nice to see you this week because this is the first video that goes up because we want our picks out there to be the first segment of the week. So hi to YouTube fans. Welcome back and welcome along the ride for Blog Talk Radio fans as we're ending the podcast. We're going through our picks for Week 6 in the NFL. Let's get right into it. Thursday night, the battle of 4-1s. The Eagles going against the Panthers. Panthers are a 3-point favorite. Who do you got?
So in this one, we've got two teams that have really explosive offenses, two teams that have two pretty good defenses, and two teams that have struggled to run the ball at times so far this year. I'm going to take the Panthers because they're at home, but it could go either way. I know that that's like the sissy way out of making a pick, but I'm going to go with the Panthers because this one is, for me, too close to call. I think it's going to be a really good game on Thursday night. I've got to go Panthers. They had such a great win, and don't get me wrong, they had such a great win on the road in Detroit. I think a lot of people may have expected that they would do that. I did not. I thought Detroit would be a little bit better defensively. The Panthers took care of business. The Panthers and Ed Dixon took care of business because Ed Dixon was open for about 175 yards.
I got 3 words for you. You ready for it? Fly, Eagles, fly. Got to go with the Eagles. They played out of their mind last week against the Arizona Cardinals. I know the Arizona Cardinals, who don't have a run game.
Cardinals.
But I think they'll go into Carolina. Christian McCaffrey is a big fantasy game for me, but Carson Wentz gets the win with the Eagles going into Carolina.
Ricky, I mean, that's about as man, we had a really tough game last week against the Browns.
Hey man, Pittsburgh
and everyone's gonna look at you and go, You did. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to pick the other team then.
Moving into the Sunday games, the first one we've got Dolphins at 2-2 going into Hotlanta to play the 3-1 Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 11-point favorites. You got to pick the Falcons over the Dolphins here. I don't think that the Dolphins have a shot.
The Dolphins right now are a pathetic team. I mean, really,
kinda hurt my nose
really
doing that.
pathetic. Well, imagine what he did. They're a pathetic team. They need to get it together. They have looked so lifeless. Falcons all the way.
Remember, Jay Cutler was supposed to be the savior.
I'll be honest with you.
I thought he was going to be better than he is.
Jay Cutler should be better than he was. He was better in Chicago than he is right now. I mean, right now the Dolphins just don't have things going their way. They have looked really bad.
Next game, this is a pick I don't want to make, but I'm going to have to. 4-1 Packers, 3-2 Vikings. Packers are 3.5 favorites. I'll let you pick first. Who's got it, the Packers or the Vikings?
You know, this is going to be a much closer game, I think, than people may think. The Vikings' defense is very good, but they don't have Dalvin Cook. And we saw what Aaron Rodgers can do when you give him over a minute left on the clock, you know, down at the very end of games. He is a master. Aaron Rodgers will get the win.
Viking fans, don't kill me because I'm one of you and I really do want to pick the Vikings, but I can't go against the Packers after seeing like we almost lost to a rookie quarterback in Chicago. A rookie quarterback and a depleted Chicago team. We almost lost that. And I know Case Keenum's been better than Sam Bradford this year. I don't expect Sam Bradford to play with the knee injury back again. I would love to pick the Vikings. I'm going to be happy if they win, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Packers go to 5-1. Vikings fall to 3-2. Moving on from that, though, we got another NFC North team, 3-2. The Lions playing the 2-2 Saints. The Saints are actually 5-point favorites. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Lions. Matthew Stafford has been beat up a little bit so far this week, dealing with some injuries. He was beat up in the game against the Panthers this past weekend, dealing with, I think, ankle, hamstring issues. He did not say whether or not he was going to be good to go earlier this week on a radio show, but he also said that's because we don't want to give anything away to the competition. I think Stafford will play. I think the Lions will win. They'll bounce back against the Saints. The Saints, they have done some good things on the defensive side of the football. I think they have gotten better. They have certainly looked better in a number of games this year than what they had last year. But I think if Matt Stafford plays and he's able to go, he's got a lot of weapons on that team, and the Lions will be able to find a way to get it done.
I am going to go with the Saints in this one, and this is kind of like I'll be honest, this is a homer pick. I picked the Vikings to lose. I'm going to pick the Lions to lose. They go to 3-2. We stay the same, and hopefully we can get the wild card. So I'm pulling for you, Saints, and I'm going to go with New Orleans to be the winners at home against Detroit. Then we've got, I don't know how they're only 9.5-point favorites, but the Patriots, 9.5-point favorites over the Jets, and surprisingly, both teams are 3-2. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the New England Patriots.
Okay. Thought you said, I'm going to go with the New York Jets.
No, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. This game could be a sneaky close one for a little bit.
Brady might not play. He's got an injury in his non-throwing shoulder.
He'll play. Yeah, I think this will be sneaky, a sneaky game, just because the Jets are sneaky 3-2. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And what's funny is Jet fans, after every win, will not let me stop hearing it on my Jets prediction video.
And guess what? They shouldn't.
They shouldn't, because I said they'll be 0-16. However,
they shouldn't, because you're an asshole.
I did say I wouldn't be surprised if they got 2 to 3 wins. I wouldn't have been surprised. That's what I said, but I did pick them to go 0-16.
So what are you going to say when they get 4 wins? Then are you surprised?
That's not happening this week. Patriots are going to win.
But
Tom Brady has
general,
5 touchdowns.
in the season.
We don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to happen, so we'll wait until it happens.
Okay.
Tom Brady, 5 touchdowns in this game. If you play him in fantasy, I know Sean Anderson has him, so he'll be happy. Patriots with the win. I don't know how this is only a 9.5-point line for the New England Patriots. Then we've got the 49ers winless at 0-5 going into Washington, D.C. to play the Redskins. Redskins are also 9.5-point favorites. Who do you got, Niners or Skins?
Niners get their first win this week.
Upset special.
On the road.
Upset special.
On the road against the Redskins. The 49ers have played a lot of close games this year. They have not gotten the wins there. The Redskins have been nothing flashy this year, as I predicted they wouldn't be. The 49ers go on the road. They go into FedEx Field, and they get a close win, field goal at the end to win it by Robbie Gould.
I guess I forgot to hit the button on the first one because I guess my Eagles was an upset special. But no, the Redskins win this game. Niners go to 0-6. I don't see them winning this game, and I feel like this will be a good game for Kirk Cousins and this Redskin team. I am surprised you picked the upset special in this one.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, it's a Redskins team, 2-2, that, you know, they've been okay, and a 49ers team that's been better than 0-5.
I got you a game that could be upset special. 1-4 Bears, 3-2 Ravens. Trubisky second start. Ravens 6.5-point favorites. Who you got?
I'm gonna go upset special again. I'm gonna say that the Bears will get the win. And these last two upset specials for me, it's the road team getting the win. The Bears, what the Ravens have showed is that they can't really defend the run that well. So that's going to be really good news for Jordan Howard.
So they're going to lean on Jordan Howard.
And if they can lean on Jordan Howard and then open things up with the pass for Trubisky to be able to throw to anybody, maybe they'll sign us for the weekend. I think that will
catch the ball.
I think that will do some good things for the Chicago Bears. The Bears' defense has proven to be good. They only give up 20 points to the Minnesota Vikings. That's not bad. I think that the Bears have a very legitimate shot to win this game. I'll pick them.
Yeah, I'm going to go upset special as well. Bears get the win. I think Mitch Trubisky has a much better game going up against, I'm going to say, a lighter defense than the Minnesota Vikings. And plus, the big thing will be, can the defense do to Joe Flacco what it was able to do to Sam Bradford and the Viking offense, keeping that game so close on Monday night, and it's going to be on the road, so a true upset special for the Bears. Then we go Browns at 0-5, Texans at 2-3, Texans 9.5-point favorites. I can't pick against Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson wins this game, and we will be, not we, but like we as the media will be saying, oh, the Browns should have drafted Deshaun Watson after he beats the Browns in Houston.
Texans, a lot of terrible news this past week.
J.J. Watt out for the year.
And on Sunday night, J.J. Watt out for the year. Merciless out for the year. Really took a lot of tough ones. But they're going to stay Houston strong, and they're going to get the win.
And Merciless, got to throw a shout out to him. One of my boys, one of my alumni for the Fighting Illini. Got to stick together with the Illinois players. However, Houston gets the win over the Browns. Then we got 2-2 Bucks. Adrian Peterson's first game with the Cardinals. 2-3 are the Cardinals. Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. Who do you got, Bucks or Cards?
The Buccaneers' run defense has been pretty darn good this season.
Top five.
Adrian Peterson, Chris Johnson, Kerwin Williams, anybody won't matter. Buccaneers get the win.
Larry Fitzgerald gets a touchdown for me, gets at least a 10-point fantasy day, but the Bucks win by 3. That's what I'm going with. Bucks win by a field goal. Adrian Peterson, pedestrian, shows some hope for the Cardinals, but the Bucks still get the win. Doug Martin looks better than Adrian Peterson in this game. Then we've got the Rams, the Jaguars, 3-2, 3-2 on both sides. Jacksonville is a 2.5-point favorite, and you know who I'm going with, B. You know who I'm going with. Who am I going with?
I was going to say you're going to go with Jacksonville.
No, I'm going with the Rams. It's an even week. The Rams are getting the win because the Jaguars can only win on the odd weeks. Go Rams.
I'm going to pick the Rams as well in this one, even after
Is that technically an upset special because the line is Jacksonville 2.5? And they've got the same record. Is it technically an upset special for the Rams then?
Yes.
I'll say upset special for the Rams then.
I'm going to go with the Rams because this past week we did not see Todd Gurley do too much against the I almost said the Seattle Mariners, against the Seattle Seahawks. I think that we're going to see Gurley get much more involved in the game this week. Jacksonville's defense did really, really well last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I don't think they're going to play that well again this week. The Rams will get the win, but we're going to see ourselves a really close game here. But here's one of the things offensively for the Jaguars. The defense last week was able to hide a lot of things the offense did not do well. Blake Bortles, he was 8 of 14 for 95 yards and an interception. Don't let anything fool you. This offense is not that good for Jacksonville, especially with no Allen Robinson. The Jaguars' defense is what they lean on. If they don't have that, the Rams will definitely get the win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. However, I hope Fournette has at least a touchdown in this game. I need some big points from Leonard Fournette being my bell cow on my fantasy team. Then we got the Steelers and the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Do the Chiefs stay undefeated, go to 6-0? They are 4-point favorites.
Yeah, the Chiefs stay undefeated. The game's in Arrowhead. This Chiefs defense is very, very good, and this Chiefs offense is amazing right now. Absolutely red hot. Alex Smith playing some of his best football of his career.
Keep it coming.
And why are they doing so well? They're not turning the ball over.
Yeah, I'll keep some more of that. Alex Smith also on my fantasy team. Need a big game from him. I expect the Chiefs to win and the Steelers to lose. Steelers won't lose any ground in the NFC North Division because the Ravens will lose to the Bears in that upset special I picked. Then the last late afternoon game, the Chargers got their first win last week over the Kiss of Death team in the New York Giants playing the Raiders. Derek Carr could be back for this one. They're saying he could be back. However, no line right now on ESPN. Straight pick 'em. Who do you got, Chargers or Raiders?
I'm taking the Raiders at home. The Chargers were able to get their first win last week, but this Raider team, if they could get things going, offensively, and quite honestly, it's not necessarily going offensively. It's if they could get things going defensively. So many points they've been giving up lately, and just it really hasn't been helping them at all, really forcing them to throw the ball all the time. I'm going to go with the Raiders, though. Chargers coming in. There's just something I feel with the Chargers are not that good. They're not that good. Maybe the Raiders aren't either, but I'm going to go Raiders here at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders as well. I almost wanted to pick the Chargers, but I couldn't. I'm going to go with the Raiders to beat the Chargers in Oakland. Then the Sunday night game, the Broncos 12-point favorites, should probably be more, over the Giants, who have lost Odell Beckham for the year. They've lost Brandon Marshall for the year. Giant fans, I am sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry for what I have done to your team this year. You know, Sean and Dave are not true believers in the kiss of death, but I don't know. Like, it's like, Brandon, you got to tell me it's impressive at this point. It is impressive.
It's
the Cowboys 2 years ago,
something.
The Cardinals last year, and now the Giants. Broncos with the win.
Well, this year you're killing
4-1.
people off of the Giants.
Oh, of course. Like demolishing losses for the Giants. Like, this is the true kiss of death year. And I apologize to G-Men fans. But who you got? I'm going with the Broncos because I think it'd be funny if my kiss of death this year truly was an ultimate kiss of death and they went 0-16.
Giants go to 0-6. This is a really tough matchup for them in Denver. That Denver defense is something else, and that Denver run defense is something else. The Giants don't really like to run the football, and when they usually do, they're not that effective at it. Now they play Denver. It's not going to go well.
And then the last game, we've got the Colts, the Titans. No line here on ESPN, so it's another straight pick 'em for us. 2-3 Colts, 2-3 Titans. I am going with the Titans at home in Nashville.
I'm going to go with the Titans as well. I think that
I almost said that, but I was like, I don't know if I should.
You're like, Brandon's, I'll say it. I'm going to go with the Titans. They really need to get Marcus Mariota back, but the Colts, Jacoby Brissett, I think that this Titan defense can get to him and force some turnovers, and I think that'll be the way that the Titans will win it at home.
Talk about teams that need their quarterback back. The Colts need Andrew Luck to come back. Talking about teams that need quarterback. Titans with the win. And that's going to do it for our picks this week. I want to thank you guys. If you're on YouTube, let us know what you think down below of our picks. And also, what do you got? What games are you picking? What are you looking forward to? Who do you got winning this week? If you're on Blog Talk Radio, thank you guys for sticking through us the entire way through. Ending the podcast, make sure to go check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. Jake Neverman, got to give a shout out to him, one of our $10 patrons, going to be on a podcast this month because of being a $10 patron and helping us out through Patreon, patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. Want to thank you guys for either watching and or listening. Want to thank the B-Man for this is like your 3-week stunt is now over. Want to thank you for filling in for my main man, Mark.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun. Maybe I will be able to do it again.
Yes, we would love to have you back. Maybe when it's me, you, and Mark, maybe we can have a 3-man outside kick one day like we did have way back in the day. But I want to thank you guys for watching and or listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.